Good morning. Thank you for attending today's monthly service. Today's service is the first day of the month is always celebrate and thanks, appreciation for the Tenchi Kare no Kami-sama, the main deity, like first, always say. Very important monthly service. And then our church has three main service, monthly service. If you do not miss the monthly service, you surely receive divine blessing that Kami-sama founder taught us. So first monthly service is Tenchi Kare no Kami-sama, the God. And second is the founder, Kami-sama. Third one is monthly memorial service for deceased person, their ancestor, the person who deceased. So we remember forever. That three memorial monthly service is really important. And today is great okage is from Alaska. Anthony Nagano-san going to some speech why he joined the Concord religion. Fortunately, he is a radio high school graduate and Japanese class that I knew, the Nakayoshi Kai, Kevin.
Kevin's on.
Kevin,
Do you know him?
You remember me, Uncle G?
Yeah, Kevin.
Nagano?
Kevin's friend.
Huh? Kevin's friend?
Oh!
So,
Same class with him.
Yeah.
Nakayoshi Kai?
Nakayoshi Kai.
yeah. So that's INKM is really miraculous okage to come here. So he gave me an interesting story. So we are looking forward to hearing his speech.
Oh.
Well, just like an intro, but no pressure.
Should I go over there?
Oh, yeah.
ありがとうございます。
On the stage?
Yeah.
Hello. My name is Anthony Nagano, born and raised here in Hawaii. I live in Alaska now. I lived in Waihua for most of my life, and I grew up in a Christian faith, so I didn't know anything about Konpo until actually 2 years ago while I was living in Alaska. I was going through a lot of hardships and a lot of culture clash being up in Fairbanks, Alaska. It was very challenging, and especially dealing with the long days and the long night cycles. And especially, I will say this, seasonal depression is a real thing when you don't get enough sunlight in the wintertime. But it was during my hardships there, I felt very alone, and I remember praying every day just for help, for guidance, for assistance, any kind of sign that things could improve my life and at least make my future going forward better, because life was not looking so happy at that time, and the whole move to Fairbanks was less than ideal. So when one winter, actually, I was praying desperately because I was nearing my breaking point, and I remember I broke down. I cried in the snow, looking at the stars and just pleading for help. And it was so cold outside. It was like -35, so I couldn't. I had to go back inside really quickly. I was at work at that time, doing patrols, and so I went back inside. And as the months went by, later that in the new year, it was 2023, I want to say. Right around the end of summer, I prayed again because I knew that winter was coming, and that was when I struggled the most to get through all of the hardships. Because, like I said, the seasonal depression does hit, and it just piles everything all up at once. And just one day, I got a sudden inspiration to get back into writing fictional and role-playing and stuff. And I got an inspiration to write a story about a fictional character that took place in the Sengoku period of Japan. And I felt it was so sudden and so strong, and the motivation was just so strong. I had to write it down, and it took me 2 weeks, but I got it all done in that short time. And I was just so happy. I wanted to share it with somebody else, but there wasn't a whole lot of people I knew in Fairbanks that could relate. So I posted for the very first time on Reddit to see who if there was anybody else that'd be interested. And sure enough, I met somebody who's now my girlfriend after all this time. So, and we hit it off and everything. And then while we were talking and we were discussing and working on our stories together, I had to dig a little into Shinto. And while doing that, that's actually how I discovered the Konko faith. And because it popped up as one in the Wikipedia page and everything, and then oh, Konko, that sounds interesting. I've never heard of this before, and so I started looking it up, and then I found the Konko mission of Wahiwa. And I was like, wow, that's my hometown. Wow, what is the coincidence here and everything? And so the more I looked into it and the more I was reading about the beliefs and everything, I was realizing that this is what I always kind of believed in my heart and what I've always known for most of my life growing up. Because while I grew up in a Christian faith, I started to move away in my high school years. I just didn't feel it was right for me. There was too many issues going on and some doctrinal disagreements. But yeah, so I found the Konko Mission of Wahiwa's webpage, and I looked at the picture, and I instantly saw Reiko Sensei. I was like, oh, that's Tashiyama Sensei. And so I was like, oh wow, what a coincidence. And so I was like really happy, and then I remember I reached out to the Konko Mission on Instagram, and Edna Sensei replied, and it was just initially just because I wanted to learn more, but I also, at the time, she was selling these Konko stickers, and I was like, oh, that's cool, I want one for my ukulele case. And so we went from there, and it developed in further, and it's been a really great journey. She led me to the San Francisco's church through their YouTube channel to watch Ronnie Sensei's sermons, and so ever since then, I've been regularly attending the San Francisco church's sermons and services because they're only like usually 1 hour ahead of us, so it's the time difference is an easy to work around, especially with daylight savings time. Yeah. So yeah, and it just everything fit perfectly for me, and it was like a great awakening. Like I woke up and everything just started to make sense to me, and it was a little struggle just in the beginning to get on the path, but I found my path again. And ever since then, I've just been so very blessed. And I can tell you a number of instances where my faith has truly developed, and I realized the blessings from it all. But it's interesting because one of the teachings I was asked what my favorite teachings are, and to be honest, there's a lot of teachings that I like. So I didn't know which one to pick. So I actually kind of just prayed. I really just said, well, which teaching should I use? And I happened to open the book and start going through my the Voices of the Universe, and then I found this one. It was when practicing faith, there are more blessings which cannot be seen than those which can be seen. The blessings you unknowingly receive number more than the blessings you knowingly receive. If you think about it, you will come to realize the many divine blessings that you have received. If you do this, you are a true believer. That is Sugawa Haruro, number 14 in Gorikai 2. And this one actually really kind of coincidentally rings out because this really has been my life this past year. I've went through a lot of trials. I almost lost my job with the federal government because of the whole layoffs and everything, but I didn't. That was a major blessing. And since then, I've been able to start looking at all of these little hardships that I've endured and realize that they were all there to teach me a lesson and to make me better, to make me stronger, to make me realize the little things, the little blessings that we overlook in those hardships. And so I'm really grateful for that. And since realizing that, I approach a lot of my problems now like that, and I really see, and it helps a lot because it kind of lessens the blow. And I try to remember what Kawahatsu Sensei of the San Francisco Church always says: when you're faced with hardship, just say "arigato." It's hard, but with practice, we'll get there. We'll get there. But it is getting a little easier to get through these hardships. And, but yeah, so I'm looking forward to going more into the faith and developing. And I'm really happy to be here. It's such a great blessing. Since being in Alaska, I don't get a lot of opportunities to attend an actual physical church and service. So anytime that I do, anytime I go travel and there's a church nearby, I try to make an effort to attend because I just want to get more and more experience. And the positive energy that I get from everything, it's inspiring and motivating me. It keeps me going stronger and stronger. So I'm thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you very much for your message. Thank you. When I listened to his message, I remember the term I Yen makes sense. A fortunate encounter and a twist of fate. It is so true. Even our maybe every encounter could be related to the I am here. Even getting my wife, having children, and coming over here from Japan to Hawaii, and we stayed over 49 years. It's really much strange. Maybe Kami-sama guided us to be here today. And I want to share one message. This is given to Shota Mohachi, and version number 2. There's nothing you cannot receive through request. Request through concordation. You can receive divine blessings for all your requests. This could be also related to the daily prayer the founder recite in his daily living. When the people of the world pray to Ikeyami Konko Daishi with a sincere and single heart to fulfill whatever request they have. Actually, I'm reading this passage every single day in my prayer. It's quite simple. Say, relate your request through Ikeyami Konko Daishi, through Konko Daishi. It could be showing the tenchi habits. You say, remind. Any vital element has been shown in that 4-line message. First, Ikeyami Konko Daishi. 天地界の神、一心に願い、おかげ、我が子に、depend on your own, except on our own heart, and pray on this very day, pray. So every vital element is shown in that tenchi kami, divine memory. As I've been emphasizing this way, saying, actually, the excellence is say, Konko-sama. It can be instantly connected to Kami-sama, Tenchi-kami. Even if Konko Daishi did not recognize being called upon Konko Daishi, but Tenchi-kami remind Konko Daishi, somebody calling you. So it is very important. It's very simple, but needs some practice. We have established trust. Ikeyami Konko and Tenchi kind of family. I think this is the best I can share today. ありがとうございます。Ikeyami Konko Daishi, I know Kami, praise sincerely all your heart, in harmony and joy. Love to Kami always, now and forever. Where is number one?
Correct your name now.
Page 119. Number 17. Page 119.
That's 70.
117. 17.
Trời đất.
17 斉藤総司を金光様 I ask for your advice. Their theme party or that you should practice faith. It is said that the foundation of faith begins with the home. Think that you can gain something from everything. To endure is most important. This is based on not quarreling. If you and your family keep this in mind and practice faith, you will all receive divine blessings for everything.
Try and slowly pour a tub of water from on top of the roof. This is like a minor misfortune. Pouring out, practice faith, and like the water being poured out slowly, have major misfortunes into minor ones. Then your irreverences will be cleared away and you'll be blessed with prosperity.
19. Konko-sama imparted everyone celebrates auspicious occasions, such as when they are 33, 42, 61, or 88 years old. They celebrate these occasions on New Year's and February 1st. They invite their daughters, uncles, cousins, second cousins, neighbors, and even people from nearby villages. They overindulge in lively celebration, and the birthday person asks each person to take some of his bad luck. They call this a celebration, but if they really could get rid of their bad luck, the rich would never have bad luck, and the poor would always have bad luck.
Konko Daijin gave a teaching when celebrating your 33rd, 42nd, 61st, and 88 years. Prepare as many pieces of mochi as your age. They are to be made separately from the customary round mochi of the New Year's. Offer them to Kane no Kami-sama in the early morning of New Year's Day, together with sacred sake, large, round mochi, and other offerings. Leave the offerings for 3 days. Practice faith and pray with your wife to safely pass your climacteric age and to turn major misfortunes into minor ones that will be cleared away. The bad luck will be cast away immediately. If you're poor, just practice faith to eliminate the bad luck. Offerings are unnecessary. If you are middle class, you may make offerings to Kami and exchange New Year's gifts within your means with relatives and neighbors.
今後様へ行こう。In early morning of New Year's Day, you should go and pray to Genji Kane no Kami-sama for the entire New Year, attending the service on the last day of the month, praying to have the irreverences committed in that month taken away. July 13 is called Purification Day. December 31 is called Grand Purification Day. On the last day of the year, finish the day's work earlier than usual to put your heart at ease. Give thanks for the entire year and pray to clear away all irreverences you will have with us.
はい。はい。Yeah, so today we're going to practice Anthony's English translation. So today we're going to sing Shinji no Eiko like we usually do. But the first verse we're going to sing it in Japanese like we usually do. And Anthony Nagano, he created an English version of one of the verses. So we like to try to practice that. I made these cards over here. So we can practice maybe a couple of times first and then go with the music. Thank you. we already know how to sing the Japanese. So you wanted to read it?
Oh, the
Yeah.
English?
Yeah.
Later, second, yeah.
Yeah. So we have to practice the English first. So let's practice one time. So
Okay, it shouldn't be too hard. It's
Okay.
easy to follow.
right.
Heaven and earth are both intertwined in Kami's love. Love that grows and nurtures all, as a parent lightly does, with hearts of gratitude, noble and true to all. Let us rejoice as one for the gift of life we have. Oh, good. Easy, easy.
Oh, good.
Easy though.
Yeah. Alright.
一番。
We can do this already. 新人の英語。
あ、先生が。
おいおいお父さん。
ありがとう。あ、食べてください。ナンバーワン。お、ご苦様。お、リデンお
So
はよう。
first verse will be in Japanese.
Okay.
Second verse in English. Okay? Okay. Yeah.
で、ページ、まだ、新人の道を。よかった。ページ68、新人のナンバー6。
Oh my.
Oh, oh boy. だい紙感覚。